Well, you're welcome to yet another edition of OS e-learning platform. This is Opero Steven taking you through another tutorial in physics. That is the UCE Physics paper 535/1, paper 1, a paper that is still compulsory to all competency-based curriculum takers and those in particular under the competence-based assessment. Today we have a samples item coming from the theme Earth and Space Physics. Without wasting any time, let's just hijack the scenario. In 2014, FIFA World Cup was hosted in Brazil, where many countries around the world qualified to participate in the tournament. However, Uganda did not qualify. The interesting final game between Argentina and Germany on 13th July 2014 at 16 p.m. Brazil daytime, that is in Brazil, where Argentina were preparing for a penalty shootout in the Maracanã Stadium. But in the 113th minute, Gotiz chested down and Roscoe's cross and volleyed home a cup that made a historical victory for the Germans. So the game ended 1-0 in favor of Germany. Mr. Alex, who is not only a famous journalist but also a Manchester United fan in Uganda, was able to watch the game live on his DSTV using the DSTV dish at exactly 10 p.m. and this actually was night, Ugandan night time. Alex's brother, who stays in the village, did not manage to watch the game live, but made a phone call to Alex to confirm the results of the final game. In their conversations, Alex's brother was left completely at sea, wondering how it was possible for Alex to watch the game live in Uganda on TV, moreover at night, yet it was daytime in Brazil. So this is our scenario. Task: using the knowledge of physics. Part A. Help Alex's brother to understand how Alex was able to watch the game at night, yet it was daytime in Brazil. Explain how communication was possible between Alex and his brother. So here we are going to make application or discuss the applications of satellite as far as communication is concerned. Alright, let's get into the responses. The responses for part A. So we need to explain how it was possible for Alex to receive the broadcast of the match, that is against Argentina against Germany, how it was possible for Alex to watch this game live on his TV by the help of the DSTV dish. And to make matters interesting, this was possible at night in Uganda, yet it was daytime in Brazil. So we need to hijack this and get to realize what happened, and it's still happening up to date. So when the pictures videos, including voice and images, were captured by the cameras in the Maracanã Stadium, that is in Brazil. They were delivered to the ground stations. The ground stations transmitted signals to the communication satellites using the radio or microwaves. So these pictures are converted into signals and transmitted to the communication satellites in form of microwaves or radio waves, and all these are electromagnetic waves. So they are sent to the geostationary satellite. Since the signals picked by the geostationary satellites in space are weak, remember they have traveled, or they traveled a long distance to get into the sky where the geostationary satellites are launched. The geostationary satellite in space then amplifies or boosts the signals, and these signals are then retransmitted or forwarded and received by the satellite dish installed at home at Alex's home. The microwave signals are converted into waves, images, are converted into videos, images, pictures, including voice by the TV. Hence, Alex was in position to get the live broadcast. Let's have a look at this picture or illustration. So we get to realize that in summary, the thing is very simple. Images, photos, videos that are containing audios, pictures were captured in the stadium, the Maracanã Stadium in Brazil. And in Brazil, we expect to have ground stations that enabled to send the microwaves or electromagnetic signals of the converted videos, pictures, images. So the ground stations enable these signals to reach the geostationary satellite that are launched in the sky. Now the function of this geostationary satellite is to give a boost, or is to boost these signals. Since they have traveled a long distance, they become weak. In other words, they lose the energy. However much they are accelerated by the uplink. So on reaching the geostationary satellite, the 90 or the 100% energy is reduced to about 70% or even 50%. So the geostationary satellites amplifies these signals and resends them or retransmits them to the ground station that is in Uganda. So in Uganda, to those taking a case study for Alex according to the scenario, Alex had a DSTV dish. So Alex was in position to receive the live broadcast by the help of his DSTV dish. So the DSTV dish received the signals from the ground station that are in Uganda and converted these electromagnetic signals or waves into photos, videos, and all the pictures that are later displayed, that were later displayed on his TV. So by this complete process, picking of the pictures on the ground, photos, videos, they are sent to the ground stations within Brazil. Ground stations accelerates this after converting them into microwave or electromagnetic signals. They accelerate the signals to the ground station, to the geostationary satellites. The geostationary satellite just amplifies or boosts these signals and also sends these signals to another geostationary, another ground satellite, a ground station that converts these signals into the pictures, the videos, however, they are by the help of the DSTV dish according to the scenario. So Alex was in position to receive the live broadcast by the help of this, majorly this satellite here, the geostationary satellite. So let's move to, all right, let's continue the responses. This part is still a response of the previous part, and this one just wants us to explain how it was possible for Alex to watch the game at night, yet it was day in Brazil. So we agreed that we have very many planets spinning around the sun, among which we have the Earth, as in on the third shell or the third orbit. So the Earth spins in such a way that it rotates on its axis. At the same time, it moves around the sun. So the two modes of rotations give manifestations of one, changes in times, that is the time zone, and two, changes in seasons. So the changes in time is the one that is brought by the fact that the Earth rotates or spins on its axis. Underline that word, axis. Then on the other hand, the changes in seasons, let's say winter, summer, is as a result of the Earth's rotation around the sun. Now, for this in particular, we need to talk about the formation of time differences or changes in time amongst different countries in the world. So this is what happens. One part of the Earth that faces the sun and the other part faces away while the Earth is rotating. So as the Earth rotates on its axis, the side that faces the sun, and in particular for this we shall take that side to be Brazil, and then that part receives direct sunlight from the sun and also heat. Then on the other hand, the other part that does not receive that sunlight experiences darkness. And all countries, to take a case study, Uganda will be experiencing night. So since these two countries are on different longitudes, and for Uganda, actually it is 6 hours ahead of Brazil. So at no point shall these people or shall these countries be on the same time zone. So for that, it vividly shows that Uganda experiences night for about 6 hours, as within the 6 hours as Brazil experiences daytime. And this thing has not started today. It happened ever since day one of the creation of the earth. So for this, Alex was in position to receive the live broadcast in Uganda. However much it was at night, yet it was daytime in Brazil. I have a simple illustration here. Simple illustration. So we can see that the earth, which is on the third shell, rotates around the sun. But as it is rotating, if you're keenly observant, this very earth is revolving about its own axis. Just observe. It is revolving about its own axis, or on its own axis. So my focus, or our focus, should be on its rotation, or it is spinning on its axis, whereby one face or one part of the earth faces the sun for 24 hours. You see, the spinning sounds to be so fast that you may not relate it to 24 hours, but that is the truth or the fact. So the spinning of the earth makes it to be in a situation where one face or one part faces the sun and receives direct sunlight and direct radiations in form of heat. Then that part that experiences or gets direct sunlight experiences daylight or daytime. And according to the scenario, that is the part that had Brazil, or that has Brazil. Then the opposite side is where we have Uganda, and that is how the day and night is formed vis-a-vis the variation of latitude and bringing about the time zone difference. We continue with our responses. So part B wants us to explain how a phone call communication is possible. We shall use still the same information, though here specifically for a phone. We'll try to explain what happens. So this is what happened. When Alex's brother made a phone call, his voice was turned into microwave signals. So this is an audio. Like when you're talking, the phone captures the audio and it converts it immediately into electromagnetic waves or signals. So these signals are then sent to the satellites in space, still the geostationary satellite, but they are helped by the ground stations, the ground masks, the ones that act as the accelerators, the upward link and the downward link. For the case of the sender, we shall take consideration of the upward link that accelerates these signals to the geostationary satellite. Now at the geostationary satellite, still these signals arrive when they are very, very weak. So the importance of this geostationary satellite is to amplify or boost these microwave signals. So the geostationary satellite in space then amplifies or boosts the signals. The signals are, so this should be past tense, amplified. So it's amplified the signals. So the signals were then retransmitted to the Alex's phone. This process happened quickly, allowing communication between Alex and his brother. Allow me to give you the illustration. So in today's life, we still have these things where you make calls, you talk to your brothers, your sisters, everywhere across the world. Now, taking this person as Alex's brother who is making a call from a village. Of course, within the villages, we have those telecommunication ground station masks for different communication networks. We have for MTN, Airtel, majorly those are the ones we can recall. So what happens here is that when Alex's brother made a call, the phone captured the audio or the voice and sent them to the nearby earth station. So these earth stations or the masks act as the uplink, at the same time downlink, because this is a to and fro sending of information. Alex's brother is talking, Alex is also. This is the brother, allow me name these two people, and this is Alex A. Okay, so the uplink and downlink, that is uplink 1, is sending the first information from Alex's brother. Then at the geostationary satellite, the satellite amplifies this signal. The voice is converted into a signal, then the signals are accelerated to the satellite by the ground or the first earth station. The satellites then resend, but before resending, the satellite boosts or amplifies the signals and then sends them to the second mask or the second earth station where Alex is based. At this second earth station, the masks capture or receive this electromagnetic radiation, electromagnetic signals, and sends them to the phone that Alex has. So what happens is that the phone now converts these signals or these micro or radio waves, electromagnetic waves, into voice, if it is a voice call, converts this into pictures, if it is a picture sent via WhatsApp, let's say, converts this very micro waves into videos, if it is a video sent. So by this, we can see that the information is sent, and if Alex is to respond to the message, the uplink 2 helps to accelerate these electromagnetic radiations to the satellite. Again, the satellite gives a boost to the signals, and then the downlink 2 sends them to the first earth station, of which the first earth station transmits them to the phone, and then the phone plays its role of converting those signals into readable, visible output, and that is the audio, video, or the pictures, images. So through this process, we can see communication taking place. And for the case of Alex and his brother, this is how the communication was possible. I repeat, this is not something that actually happened today only, but happened some time back, happens today, and it will still happen as long as communication is still there and as long as science and technology is still in existence. Now, to make matters so interesting is that this process takes microseconds. Hello, how are you? I'm fine. As if you're talking to someone in the same room or in the same vicinity. So it is so systematic in such a way that the information reaches the receiver immediately, and the feedback also gets to the sender immediately within no second. So that is how information was in position to reach, or that's how communication was possible. Now, just in case you meet such a scenario, I task you to maintain the tense. Here my task is just to bring this to your understanding using the simplest approach. And if you're giving a response to the item, if the tense is present, please maintain the tense. And if the tense is past, try to maintain it. I'm trying to be too wordy here just for the explanation, but the other words you may actually ignore and eliminate.
sibimanyi nnyo twabeerangawo ne maama ng'ennaku ezunsa yali mukazi mukozi ayagala abantu yawo kulw'abaana ebyokulya nga bibula lwe mufunye nga mulya lwe bibuze nga muguma abaloga nga baloga endwadde zaaluma bali obulungi baseka kale nze okubeera wano okubeera kino Yesu yambye era ye munnange yegwe munnange yegwe munnange yita munnange fuuka munnange taata yegwe munnange kuyita munnange baseba abatuddeeyo banyaba abatuddeeyo